See? Drinking.
'Tis Friday. I think it should be
Shame,
compulsory in every job.
What?
That you can just get, I don't know about hammered, but...
Drunk on a Friday?
Well, not on, yeah. I mean, you remember living in France. I mean, you'd see a lot of guys, I mean, just me, when I was building over there, you'd be... Oh, yeah. Well, that was nearly every day.
Yeah.
Anyhow. But cheers to everybody. It's Friday. And also, tomorrow's the big day for America, so, again, cheers to them as well. Lift your glass, have a drink.
I will.
We are drinking.
Just to start.
Any promotional opportunities out there, Mr. McGuinness and Mr. Watson?
Yeah, I'm saving for me Merc.
Yeah.
It's an inside joke, sorry. Come on, Jeff.
Right, so to your hat. So get on with this crack. We are... I forgot we had them, and I'm doing something. So, Jameson today. And the reason I'm talking about the Jameson is this is a rare opportunity to nearly collect a lineal bottle from every release of the Jameson 12-year-old. So it's a big deal. I think everything's nearly there. The guy who submitted these for auctions would be an avid collector, I think would be a fair description of it. We have a couple of fairly special bottles and one uber special bottle.
I'm just looking because I didn't know we had them.
So these are Jameson 12. Everybody loves the Jameson 12. It's actually a good drinking whiskey, bar, I can say it, them brown label ones weren't great. The 15s, the 12 weren't too bad, but the 15s were.
Yeah, no.
It was like drinking creosote. It was
they were rough.
Rough. And again, it was coming to the end of where they were at with the mash bills and all that sort of stuff, so there were corners being cut. But as a collection, I mean, that's a rare opportunity to buy.
It's class.
Take the charity items out of it. You've got the lineal years, and then also down here, what we call the hexagonal bottles. They're the Jameson 12s from the 50s and the 70s and so on and so on. But I'm going to start off talking about this thing. So, this is a cut glass decanter that was done for Dublin's Millennium. So that was 1980.
It says it on it. No, it doesn't, does it?
I can't remember.
Somewhat.
Was it 1988 or something like that, Dublin's Millennium? I can't bloody remember when the Millennium was.
It was, yeah, look, there's there, 1988 Dublin.
There you go. I knew it was something like that. I remember 1988 well. Anyhow, that is only... I've never seen that before. That was sold exclusively through Dublin Airport, commemorating Dublin's Millennium. It's the 1780. It's filled with the Jameson 1780 12-year-old. It is in fantastic condition.
And it's cut glass.
Cut glass, so it's not crystal.
So there's not that fear of the
leaded crystal and you developing an extra nipple or something like that. Is that what happens?
I don't know.
Is that not what happens, no?
I don't know.
But yeah, so that's rare. That's one of one that I know of. I don't know of any other ones. There probably is a few lying about, or they could have been drank, or people would have,
Gifted
decanters
them,
or gifted or something like that.
presents.
It really is something special. Then you've got, as I say, the 12-year-olds and the hexagonals. And then you've got the distillery exclusives, the distillery reserves, and so on, and all the way through. So that's Jameson. We also have these things.
I've just realised I'm drinking out of a Jameson glass.
You're drinking out of a you're drinking out of a Jameson. You are drinking out of a Jameson glass with a straw from JBX.
An Irish company.
An Irish company, friends of ours, friends of actually a lot of you guys. Set up, they have a recycling company, and one of their new products is they're making paper straws that are made from paper, and obviously they're not plastic or anything like that, fully recyclable, and it's been made in Dublin. It's an Irish company owned by Irish people, made in Dublin. So
if you're looking for paper straws, you know where to go.
Yeah, any of you guys, JBX, or a lot of the wholesalers are now going to be carrying them. I know Elliott's have them in Dublin. I think Musgraves are going to start carrying them. So a lot of the wholesalers
and
are going to be
nice
carrying them as well.
This is not just because they're friends. I do find, a lot of the paper straws are very thick. Like wide.
Yeah, not like...
No, not like that, but like wide. These aren't. So
I don't know how thick it is. Anyhow.
I'm just going to shut up now.
Yeah.
But the cool straws. Anyhow. just
whiskey's gone to your head. Can I talk about Jameson?
sorry.
These Jameson tankards or mugs or whatever you want, I think they're lovely. There's a set of 4 of them, I think it is. Yeah, a set of 4 of them in the auction. They'd be a good buy. Jameson fans. We have a couple of them in our office. They're nice, actually.
Yeah. And keep your tea warm. Just saying.
Keep your tea warm.
They're like a Sports Direct mug. They're that big.
They're not that big.
No, they're actually not that big when you're drinking out of them.
Bigger than an ordinary mug.
But keeps your tea warm.
Never mind that. On a Friday, you could fill it with whiskey, and nobody can see that it's whiskey on a Friday in your office. Nip.
Like you give a flying monkey.
Oh, I don't give a shit. Doesn't mean it's a well-known fact that I don't give a shit. Charity items. So again, the cards fell or whatever happened, and we stars aligned and all that sort of stuff. We eventually got we were waiting on a bottle to come from the United States. That one, Keeper's Heart. So that is Keeper's Heart from the O'Shaughnessy. How do we say this with the Irish things? Go on, how's it? O'Shaughnessy.
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 They call it O'Shaughnessy.
O'Shaughnessy.
We call it O'Shaughnessy.
Depends on what part of Ireland you're the Shaughnessy's or whatever the case may be. But be that as it may, it is Mr. Brian Nation's first release. That's where Brian caused all the hoo-ha when he released this 2020 and then buggered off to America, and that's what he's gone and done, and he's done that, and it's that's the first release from the distillery,
and it's part of our charity for
the Vietnam vets. So it's donated by again a guy known to a lot of you guys in the whiskey world. He donated the 2 bottles. I don't know if I'd mentioned his name yet. I did email him to say, do you want to be mentioned? So I don't want to say his name. Heaven's Door, which is Bob Dylan's Finished in Redbreast, and the Keeper's Cut. So again, an Irish link to it, but raising funds for Post 635 of the Vietnam Veterans of America Association. A very close friend of his died recently, and he was an avid supporter of. He had obviously served, and
he supported the charity.
He supported the charity, and he's just carrying on. He said he was a very good friend. And again, I think important for tomorrow, the day that's in it, what's going on in Afghanistan and all that, and just to support the vets out there to give them a bit of support. He also gave us his Belfast Whiskey Week bottling that he had bought. Won, I think, through the ballot and bought.
Yeah. And
he has put that up for the Capuchin Day Centre in Dublin for the homeless. So again, 2 very, very worthy causes. So the Vietnam Vets of America, Post 635, I believe, is local to them. And then the Belfast Whiskey Week bottling of...
I knew where that was going. I actually didn't know the charity for that one.
Yeah, and why?
And why? That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it's a very good friend of his.
I didn't know.
Look, I mean, we say that to people. You don't have to be a brand, although we love brands to come on board with us and do the charity things. If you're an individual and you
just want to give back,
or help out, or do whatever the case may be, contact us, reach out to us. We'll put the bottles in. We're happy to do it.
Oh, definitely.
All the proceeds, including the commission, so the buyers do pay the normal commission, but that goes to the charity as well. So 110% of the proceeds of the hammer price of that bottle goes to the said charities. And you were realigning the checks this morning.
Yeah, because they were all over the
They were all over the place, and we're just running out of space.
Yeah.
And over €30,000.
Over 30,000 since we started with the Zoe Murphy appeal.
With the Zoe Murphy appeal. And that is a huge amount of money. And it's only been possible with the support of you guys, our buyers, and our donors as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, if the buyers aren't engaged with it, if they're not bidding on the bottles, if they don't want the bottles, again, there's only so much that we can do. So it's great that we can do that every month. We want to continue doing that every month. This is lovely. I don't think there's going to be... I think we're actually the auction's nearly ready. I think there's about 3 or 4. We will be announcing
the winner.
The winner.
Sorry.
You're a winner.
It's Friday.
Winner. We'll be announcing what we're doing. Oh, the winner.
The winner.
just got carried away there. We will be announcing the winner of the competitions for the glassware. They get to choose which glass it is. It's close. There's a couple of people who are not far apart. When we've checked through the listings and made sure everything's up and live, we'll have our final number. We actually won't have that till about 1-2 o'clock today, maybe earlier. Give or take, because we're just making sure that everything that's supposed to be listed is listed. They get to choose a nice set of glasses, and I might throw in a sample, perhaps.
Of something?
Of something.
That's really nice. So, you alright there?
Yeah, I'm right. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You walk away.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah. So again, guys, we go live now at 5, so don't forget.
We do?
Yeah, we do.
Apparently I'll be there.
Apparently.
Maybe in body, not in spirit.
Plenty of spirit. And don't forget our charity items.
And all the Jamesons. That thing, that's going to be interesting to see where that goes, that Jameson. Oh, JD Pointy Finger. I love when JD Pointy Finger.
She's keeping you on track.
She's keeping me on track. Can't imagine why. She was pointy fingering at the miniatures. So we have a cracking little selection of miniatures in this month's auction. So much so that it warranted its own
category.
Miniatures. So rather than being from a country or a distillery or anything like that,
instead of doing that,
they're all in the miniature section. So now there's going to be miniature sections. Also, met at JD Pointy Finger reminded me, there is a memorabilia auction coming up at the end of the month. There's going to be a barney load of miniatures in that. I mean, a barney load to go into that. So we're going to have a miniature and memorabilia auction at the end of this month. It's going to be fairly substantial. There's a lot of stuff to go into it as well.
There's some nice stuff as well. This way of rooting around. Don't do that to the public.
The mirror. I'm looking at the man in the mirror.
No, that's your feet.
The mirror is...
He is for sale. No, actually, I'll pay somebody to take him.
The mirror is a very special mirror. Our modest colleague, friend, babysitter, person, above in the Palace Bar, Willie Hearn, that actually came out of the Palace.
It did.
While he was doing a bit of remodelling upstairs, and he's been doing a lot of work over COVID and all that sort of stuff, there wasn't just a home for this. And he sort of said to me, do you think it'd go in the auction? And I said, to have something in your house or in your home bar or your own bar if you were not a publican.
That was from the Palace.
From the Palace Bar. I mean, why wouldn't you? It's not an old mirror.
No, it's not.
It's older than probably most of the fellas who are collecting whiskey these days.
True.
Because it is from the 80s, late 80s. Most of the 12-year-olds that are collecting whiskey these days aren't from the 80s, apparently. So that's in this month's auction. That should go a good price. It's pretty. It's plain, but it's clean and it's pretty. There you go.
Yeah.
I'm going back to drinking. It's Friday. Go on, Carmen.
No,
Saturday, Sunday. It's Friday, yeah. So
just let you party on yourself, dude.
That's it. Friday live at 5. Anything important, email me, contact me. Somebody will respond.
I'll answer, Jade will answer, Robert will answer. He won't because he'll be on his face.
I'll be asleep in my office, as any good executive should be on a Friday. I'm an executive now, apparently.
Really?
Right, that's it.
Okay, guys.
Bye.
Bye.